Today we're going to be replacing this whole headlight casing for a 2009 Toyota Sienna. Now if you don't have a Sienna but a similar vehicle, it should be very similar. What you want to do first is identify where the bolts are that you're going to be taking off. So if you look at your new headlight, we've got one here on top that matches up with here, and then we got here, matches up here. Then you see we've got a third on our new headlight toward the bottom, and then a fourth underneath here. And those are located, this one here is located under this, and I'll show you how to take that off. And the fourth is actually under here, so we'll have to pull this panel off. We're going to start by taking off this first bolt. So this is a 10mm socket. Okay, then we'll move on to this one. Now if you don't have a socket, these have screws for a Phillips screwdriver, so you can try that, but I recommend using a socket. It'll be a lot faster, a lot easier. To get to this third bolt, you're going to have to pry up this plastic piece. Now this is a pretty simple mechanism. If you start to pry from the bottom, you're going to break it. So see, there's a top piece, you just pop that up, and then you pop at the bottom and it comes right out. Same over here, I've already started. So you just pop that up and then pull it out. So get the amount of leverage you need, I recommend taking out 1, 2, and 3 of these tabs. That should allow for you to be able to pull this back far enough to get down to that bolt. Pull this back, and right down in here, right at the tip of my finger, is that third bolt. Some people like putting a big long extension on. If you can do that to clear where my hand is holding, then that'll work great. But if your extension is too short, you're going to run into this metal piece. So I'm just going to use this small 10mm socket. Simply just reach down here. I know you can't see very well, but that third bolt's just right down here. You'll see it when you do it in person, and just take that out. Now this is the part why you're watching this whole video, is because this is the trickiest one to get to. You're gonna have to remove a couple of these tabs. So this one's already a little bit out, so I'm just gonna remove that. And then we'll remove the second one. I like to give it a little jiggle to remove some of the dirt, and then slip underneath and pull that right out. So you can see what these look like. They just got these, they just grab on in there. Okay, now this is held on with some little friction tabs. So you're just going to give a nice stiff pull. You're going to feel like you're going to break it. Really put some muscle into it. Just comes right out. And if you now look in here, you'll see there's our last 10mm bolt right there. Okay, then just come in here and just like the others. And once you got that out, you'll feel this whole thing get loose, and we're ready to rock. Okay, so now that you've got it partially out, come in here and just remove 1, 2, 3, and 4 of these wires go into the bulbs, and you'll be able to just take this whole thing out. So each of these has a little tab. Just push on the tab, being very careful not to pull on the wires. They just come right off. We'll do the same thing for each of them, not forcing anything because you don't want to have to replace all these wires. Push on the tab, pull it off. 2, 3, and this last one, it's easy to use a screwdriver. You just push right in here, pull that up, and there's your 4. Now you're ready to pull this thing out. So I wasn't able to show you because I only had one hand available, but I recommend when you put the new light in, you slide in this end first, then you just drop this down underneath the bumper, and lastly you just work this piece up underneath here. Now if you're having trouble getting this to fit, check this seam here and make sure that this light is not on the other side of your panel here. And then I recommend just putting this one back first to help keep it in place, second, and then it really doesn't matter where you go after that. Once you've got all 4 of those bolts in, just simply pop this back in with a stiff hit. They should be nice and tight. Now just put these tabs back in. See this? We already got this one in. Now you're ready to connect the wires. Now you'll just reconnect all the wires. Doesn't really matter what order you go in. Okay, we got all 4 wires hooked up. And as you can see, this is looking really good now. So please leave a comment below and let me know if this video was helpful. Thanks.